So my female Siamese fighting fish, I found her laying on her side in the 65 gallon. She looked really pitiful. I didn't quite know what to do with her, so I bought a breeding net to hang in the tank and put her in there, and I have been treating her with something for fin rot or something like that, just to see. She was lying on her side for days. I did put it down to bloat, but I think if people can see at the side of her face, she has a white bump. I'm not quite sure what that is, whether or not she got injured and it's healing. So I kept her in the main tank in this net, and she went from not being able to swim upright to being able to swim upright to becoming more interested in the world. So I wasn't too sure what to do with her when I saw this injury. So I stopped my hybrid guppy tank breeding project, put the male back in the male tank, and I took all the babies out and put them in one of my breeding tanks. And I couldn't catch one baby, so that's in here. It's down the bottom somewhere, it's keeping out of her way. She's not touching the shrimp. And I put in my two disabled bent spine female guppies in here because I didn't want them to get pregnant, because I thought they might die. Anyway, so apart from this small white spot on the side of her face, I can't find anything really wrong with her. She's swimming now, which she wasn't. She was right on her side. I think you can see the mark. I have no idea, it's some kind of tumour. I don't think it's white spot because she'd have it all over her, and she hasn't. She's feeding really, really well. So she's in here. She's got two friends up there to keep her company. I'm not too sure whether those two females had actually got pregnant, but I really don't want them to have babies because they are so bent spined. So they will spend their life in this tank now. I really don't want to lose this Siamese fighting fish. I lost my male because he got fin rot wrapping himself around his filter, and I lost another one because she got stuck behind a heater and couldn't get out. So I've had, this one's two, and I'm used to keeping my Siamese fighting fish for at a minimum 3, 4, 5 years. So I really don't want to lose her. So as I say, I wish I could get a really good photograph of that spot. If I can, I'll post it and see if anybody can see whether they think it's something I should worry about. Anyway, she seems to be doing good in here. I don't really like the idea of her being such a small tank. This is a 3.5. She's always been in a 65-gallon tank most of her life, so but she seems fairly happy in here. She doesn't seem that upset, because otherwise she's not flaring at these other guppies or anything. So she's eating fine, so all I can do is watch and see what happens to her.